Second quarter from Princes Park, and Footscray leading by 2 goals at 6-2 to 4-2 after Simon Atkins got a goal right on the siren. Steve Wallace gets it out to Super. Steve McPherson kicks inside 50, and a strong mark is taken by Caven. Good duel, that one out there. Although Danny Delray has 2 goals so far, that's going to be a free kick to be taken by Ross Lyon at left centre wing. Lyon goes in short to Blakey. Blakey just outside the centre square. Long for Fitzroy. Up to Wielden. Couldn't take the mark. Ball fisted clear. High kick. Ball comes out to Kellett. Has been paid the mark, although didn't really appear to hold it too long. Must hold them today. Kick away by Barry Stanfield, who kicked a magnificent goal in the first quarter. Outside 50 metres, but well outside. That's Baxter. Tries to find Delray. Caven right there with him. With Alistair Lynch at the other end of the ground, and the ball taken over the boundary line. It will be a throw in.
The kick from Baxter, Pete, just going too far to the right of Delray. He got caught behind, and Caven able to take that away from him.
Coleman and Paxman. Paxman gets the front position. Atkins might have been taken high. Looks for Liberatore. Brushes one tackle. Left foot snapshot. That's not bad. That's a great goal, Liber. Sensational kick. Well, the Brownlow medalist not needing many opportunities to be damaging, and Footscray lead by 3.
You often hear coaches ask their players to keep their feet as much as possible. Atkins got the ball on quickly. Watch Liberatore's recovery here. Just gets up very quickly. Doesn't stay on the ground. What a fine snapshot from the Brownlow medalist. Very well done.
Great little player. Tony Liberatore, the smallest man in the competition, and yet one of the toughest. Paxman versus Wine. As Rowan Smith went without it. Or Stanfield. Geez, a much improved player, Barry Stanfield. He looks a lot fitter. Stevens to Roos. Now there's that move down to half forward. Yep. Yeah, running towards the forward line. Now Roos is 55 metres from goal. So he should be able to land it in the square. Probably, no, he's going for the short one. In towards the pocket. Wielden the lead, and it hits him right on the chest.
Yes, if he gets going quickly, Wielden, he can get away from Keenan Reynolds. And he's a very quick player off the first 6 or 7. So important at full forward. There you see Keenan Reynolds got left behind very early. And the ball found its target.
Gee, they need this one, don't they?
And these are the goals the forwards must kick. Almost directly in front. Very little breeze. He's already kicked one. And with Richard Osborne out on the side, Wielden's got to take his place. Darren Wielden. From 40 metres, a high floating kick. It looks pretty good. It's a goal. So Wielden has kicked his second, and the Roys fight back. They trail by 12 points.
Yes, there's no doubt, Pete, as you said, that we won't harp on it. But again, we see just that break that Wielden got so very early on Reynolds, who got caught napping a little. The kick was good, but Wielden certainly had plenty of room to run into. So important that he does play like that in the absence of Osborne.
22 minutes left in the first half. Wine against Paxman. McPherson. Gee, that could have been kicking in danger. We didn't get decision number 4 there for the day, but it certainly could have been on. So another bounce, this time just next to the centre circle. All in for this one. Centre has been covered. It was covered last night, as I understand. So it's pretty good after the rain, and there was plenty of it. Stevenson soccers the ball well clear. Hawkins, a quick kick intended for Kellett. Stevenson again, dispossessed with a good tackle. Ball out to Wine. There is a free kick.
He's been good, Pete, Stevenson.
Has done well in defence. Coming into the side today. He's got the free kick here on the half-back flank. It's a good kick too. The breeze is stronger than we think. Roos. I believe the thought might have been to go off the ground there, but he tried to pick it up. In the end, couldn't do so, and Stanfield takes it over the line. Throw in left half forward for Fitzroy. Abbott with Wine. Atkins will kick that goal right on the siren at quarter time. This is Baxter. Kicks from a standing start. Paxman at the back of Grant. Taps the ball out wide. for Stevens. A quick hand pass. Well, gee, it's all Footscray. Liberatore, Grant. They could have raffled it. And here they come again, the Bulldogs. Atkins, 25-metre hand pass. Hawkins opens it up. Plenty of options there. Coleman, 15 metres out, is kicked only a behind. So he won't be too happy with that, Glenn Coleman.
Great use of handball there, Pete, from Atkins, Hawkins, Liberatore. It was all, and Atkins had run from half back and created the play. Yes,
they're all short and sharp. They were sharp handballs, very quickly to the teammate. There's Stevens on to Paxman. Now he's going to half forward. Oh, gee. I can't believe the improvement in Stanfield. He just looks about a stone lighter than I've ever seen him before. Here's Tui coming through centre to the half forward line. Stevens at the back, but what a good mark in front by Brian Royal. I thought Stevens was going to thump that about 30 metres.
So did Doug Hawkins, and he ran across the face of that contest thinking the ball would come to him from the punch. We may see this perhaps on replay later. Here we see Hawkins just go in front there waiting for that spoil, but great mark from Royal.
Brian Royal for his second from 45 metres, trying to swing it back, and he can't do so as he kicks it to the left. But what a good mark by the little rover. And he looks as though with Footscray's resurgence, he looks as though he's got a new lease of life, Brian Royal.
Caven to kick in. Yes, he's in great form last week. He chips this one short, and Roos takes the mark. Statuesque out there. Gale finally makes a lead for him. Looks like a blonde Tommy Elton, doesn't he? Stanfield to Atkins. Hunter, quick hand pass. McPherson kicks from a standing start. Grant in front. Couldn't take the mark. Butters up well. He'll have to be quick. Wasn't quite quick enough. Steve Wallace with a quick hand pass to Baxter. That'll be just about a goal. Royal, has he got the mark or is it a score?
I think he's got it, Pete. It was one of those ones where you had to go for it. He could have perhaps elected to let it go, but you don't know what's around you. He did the right thing.
See, the fence was looming large, wasn't it?
Yes.
Should be his second here. He's now kicked 2 goals, 1. So Footscray go further ahead, 8-4 to 5-2 at Princess Park.
And great to see the valley of a good penetrating kick. Baxter, the player that got that ball down there very quickly. We see it here. Took off and just went long. He had Hawkins right. And you see now Royal running straight in. He could have let it go, but still did the right thing.
Well, a good break now to Footscray. 3 goals, 2, 20 points. And Brian Royal left that football up on the grandstand roof. So it's a new ball. As we see Blakey dragged off the ball when he didn't have it. Here's Steve Wallace hooking it around the corner in towards the pocket. Caven takes front position. The ball eludes him. Stevenson helps it on its way. Del Rey also, and it's forced over the line. But Shane Stevenson, number 13, the blonde on screen, is trying very, very hard in defence. Paxman versus Coleman. Coleman, a former Fitzroy player himself, and of course Sydney Swans. Morris attempts to handball. Paxman again. In fact, it was Seacamp on to Roos. Centre wing, Alistair Lynch. We haven't seen much of him so far. That handball comes back to Armstrong. Armstrong, an ordinary kick to half forward. The mark is spilled. Here's Hunter. Hunter, he's got a loose man out wide. He makes a lot of space on his own, Stephen Wallace. He does it time and time again. He looks to the centre of the ground. He finds Wine. Wine to Tui. Gee, they're playing with confidence. Footscray. Tui to Del Rey. Denny Del Rey. Thump the ground. A chance again is Seacamp. Out towards centre wing. Lynch. He can't pick it up. Now it's Kellett. Kellett's got a loose man on centre wing, and it's Baxter.
Darren Baxter at right centre wing. Footscray doing most of the attacking so far this quarter. Marking contest. Hawkins got a couple of hands on it. Coleman, will he look for a hand pass? Oh, he had Grant in the goal square. What's he done with it? Hit the post. Did he see him, Ross?
I don't think he did. I think he saw the goals very quickly, Pete. He also had Hawkins to come behind him as well, who was calling for it. May have been in a bit of positive. He still did pretty well, Coleman.
Gale not paid the mark, or was it Matty Dundas again? It is. See, look where he's kicking. Campbell well up from full back. Has taken the mark. 3 Footscray players were there. Actually could have raffled that one as well. No one can take that grab. Past Blakey, past Atkins. Armstrong, long hand pass. Now Abbott takes the hand pass at left centre wing from Stevens. At the back is Wheeldon. Hunter, Wheeldon still. And he can gain control of it. Hunter will rush it through. Ball hitting behind the goalpost. It was on the way through, so a rush behind to Fitzroy. Campbell has more familiar role of kicking in from full-back. And that's a good roost. Two Footscray players spoiled each other. Didn't matter in the end because Libratore read the crumbs well. Kicks to half forward. Coleman ridden into the ground in the tackle. A play on call from the umpire. Morris and Atkins had to be the quick hand pass. Looped over the top to Armstrong again. Picked up by Stevens. Kicks from a standing start up towards three Footscray players. The Bulldogs again had the numbers. Ross Lyon. Snapshot. Did Wheeldon touch that? No, he didn't. It's a goal. So Fitzroy come back yet again. 6-3-39 to 8-5-53.
Yes, I'll tell you what, I thought Glenn Coleman could have got a free kick up on the half-forward line there. Got ridden to the ground, had front position. Still, that's what happens these days. Different interpretations. See this contest again. A good punch forward, but no one at the bottom of the pack there for Footscray. And Lyon, a very good disposal of the football, did very well there.
Ross Lyon versus Steve McPherson. What a battle. Fitzroy need another quick couple of goals. There's Atkins to the half-forward line. Coleman. Oh, take it away there by Seacamp. Seacamp wide, right out there towards centre wing. Wallace. Now it's Blakey. Blakey traps it. Abbott to the half-forward line. Hunter waits at the back. Read it well. Well done by Mark Hunter. Wine, half-back. He loves the handball under Libratore. Libratore to the half-forward line. Here's a chance for Wall. Great tackle.
Another one.
Oh, I don't know about that one, though, Ross Lee. I thought it was a pretty good tackle, that one. As we see, it's a fine line, that free kick. Atkins, danger here for Fitzroy, because look at this. Rowan Smith receives the handball, races into goal and misses to the right. And the youngster not happy with himself, but he's blessed with an enormous amount of pace. Rowan Smith, number 31, but again, was Atkins' great handball.
Yes, very creative. Always finds a player in space.
Peter Caban kicks in. I think Rowan Smith was watching Glenn Coleman. Made exactly the same mistake. Atkins coming into his own in the second quarter and picks out Smith again, so he might get a second chance. Whereas if he has a shot at goal, he's not going to do that this time. To the pass instead. He's found Baxter.
Gee, that's good play, isn't it,
Yes,
Ross?
it is, and Baxter's worked very hard. He's had, what's he got there, 13 touches?
It's not bad in a quarter and a half of football, Ross, is it?
Well, he had about 25 kicks against Hawthorn last week, Baxter.
He's got great stamina. He's prepared to put himself in.
So kicking from just about on 50. He's hooked it. Three Fitzroy players run it to punch the ball clear. Blakey should be able to do the tidying up work, which he does. He's kicked to the centre wing position. Paul Roos was the target, but the kick was just a little bit wide and ultimately eluded him. Roos shakes the head. An opportunity goes begging. So throw in. Wine in great form with Abbott, who started well in the first quarter. Abbott the more experienced. Wine gets the front position, and of course he's got height on his side. Ball hits the deck. Abbott off the ground. Dundas. Roos. Lynch. Start with opportunity so far.
I think that's his first or second touch, Pete.
A long way out. It won't be a score. Lyon looks for a free kick, and Campbell will rush it. Therefore, only behind the Fitzroy. The third rush behind. 6-4 to 8-6. So a difference of 14 points. As Tony Campbell kicks in, and this time goes pretty well straight down the ground.
Well, they're worried about full forward. There's Stanfield doing so well. On he goes to Keller, but Fitzroy got Paxman down there now. They're missing Richard Osborne. They certainly are. Here's Glenn Coleman at half forward. A chip pass in towards the pocket. Kellett races with the flight. Denny Del Rey, can he pick it up? Maybe he should have tried the soccer. He tunnel balls it. Kellett doing the shepherding. Oh, was that a high tackle? I think it was.
Yep.
Didn't he duck his head though?
But it was very high, Pete, on Baxter. And Peter Caven, he's not arguing.
No, but if you try to elude a tackle by ducking your head and you get caught, it seems to me a little bit unfair to get penalised.
Yes, I felt that was just high right from the start, that one. It was
not disputing that at all.
We'll have a look at it anyway. Have a look.
See, he gets caught, ducks the head.
Ducked it, yeah, he did duck it. But they always pay that round the neck. Baxter. Right in the pocket, Darren Baxter. And it was smothered. And eventually it rebounds for a behind. So, good effort by Fitzroy. And then 8-7 to 6-4. They're within striking distance.
15 points the difference. One behind. Kick by Darren Baxter. Caven kicks in. Moving into the centre circle again. Abbott knocks the ball on cleverly for Fitzroy. Lynch tried for the hurried hand pass. Will sock it off the ground. Armstrong. Stevens. Blakey kicking from right centre wing. Target was Paxman in the forward pocket and leads back. The ball was already over the boundary line for a throw in. So 40 plays 55 at Princes Park at our match of the day. We've got 12 minutes left in the first half. Wine with Paxman. Wine has the height, Paxman the leap. And the other Wine, Jimmy Wine. And two of them out there today. I don't know if they're related. Certainly inside, you would suggest not.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Wine's been a terrific player, Ross, hasn't he, for Fitzroy?
Terrific.
Same two ruckmen go at it.
Oh,
guard. And Fitzroy defenders trying to tie it up. McPherson. Steve Wallace. A quick kick. And in front of Rowan Smith is John Blakey. Blakey doesn't have a shot at goal. Ruse the target. Oh, at the back was the Doc. Wheeled it. Oh, no! Out of bounds on the full.
Well, he did the right thing, but he was going to kick initially on his left. Then he realised he had time. He straightened up, a couple of steps, got onto his right, then tried to belt it out of the ground.
Oh, there's two great full forwards. Did you guys ever do that?
Well, I think the whole thing, he did it the right thing, as Ross said, to get onto his right. Then he just tried to kick it too hard. He should have just tapped it through. In fact, he did panic a bit right at the finish, I think. Because you see Hunter receiving and bringing it to half back. Chris Grant. He's been fairly quiet. Penn and Reynolds, but that should have been a certain goal to Fitzroy. It really should have. Great mark, Coleman. Glenn Coleman. And this is good play to kick it across the ground. Chris Grant getting away from Abbott. The leads are coming from everywhere. He can run away from Abbott. One bounce. Oh, he ran a long way. Bounces again. Looking for a handball. Coleman again. Glenn Coleman races into goal, and Coleman has missed to the left, so they did muck around a little bit with it, Footscray. And what should have been a certain goal to Fitzroy should have been a goal to Footscray, and they've missed everything.
Yes, I'm a little surprised Grant took that extra bounce and then turned left. I thought he may have known he was clear of Abbott and just had a bit of a ping.
Then Coleman limping slightly. He's kicked 3 behind so far. Punches that one away from Stevens. Smith didn't get there in time enough to get the hand pass away. He shuffled out to one. Lyon and Baxter. Tui. Atkins kicks from a standing start up towards full forward. Marking contest. One can bring it down. Royal. Into full forward. Caven has to go for the boundary line. Not so many options for him. He got it away from a danger spot in front of goal. So Fitzroy defending desperately at the moment with 10 minutes left in the half. It's 16 points the difference in favour of the Scraggers. Coleman with Abbott. Wine. Gale in front of Kemet takes the mark. And away he goes, and away come Fitzroy. This is Stevenson. And as we noted earlier, can kick the ball long. Does so on this occasion. Picked up by Dundas. Free kick. Going Footscray's way.
That was soft.
Hunter. Inboard to Wine. Shaping up as one of the best on the ground again. Greatly improved young player. Oh, Brian Waller, his second good mark of the quarter. Not as spectacular as the first. Had a good, great, strong pair of hands, hasn't he?
Yes, and when he's in form like he's at the moment, he's very confident. He's presenting himself. He jumped in front of the leading Del Rey then. Let it go.
6 goals in the last 2 weeks and 2 quarters of this match to go, and this kick. So in top form after, I guess, his career was at the crossroads, because he started to commence a lot of games on the bench, including last week, but he's answered the challenge. Shocker. I don't think he's going to get a goal with that kick. Morris tries to run it out. Instead, he's run out of bounds, so no score. The end result of that. A little bit disappointed, Royal. 16 points in it. Coleman taps down. Led straight to Roos with the clearing kick.
Looks like going straight to Steve McPherson. That's having a fine season. Steve McPherson brings it in towards the pocket. Royal again. Is that in the back? Too high, the umpire says. And Stevenson not happy. Dennis Rich right on the scene. He was contacted over there.
Is it? But you can't interfere above the shoulders. You've got to be able to accept that. I mean, it's Royal at front position.
No doubt. It was a free kick. Fitzroy supporters not happy, Ross.
I understand that.
Are they ever any supporter when there's a free kick to the opposition? But here's Brian Royal looking very, very dangerous up forward. A kick from 49 metres. Not a bad looking kick either. Hooked it just slightly, and in fact hooked it a long way. And through for out of bounds on the full.
2-1 and 1 out of bounds now to Royal.
This is Paul Morris, recruited from Essendon and via Richmond out. Coming off the ground is Matthew Armstrong, and coming on for Fitzroy is McCormack as Footscray go forward again. Well, Rowan Smith went without it. His Liberatore, and the umpire will come in and bounce. Half forward and Alistair Lynch holding his head. Cop one high. I haven't seen a lot of Alistair Lynch today.
No, been very quiet.
Abbott versus Coleman. Jimmy Wine shuffled it away. Morris to Roos to Lyon. Ross Lyon in front, thumped away by Baxter. And over the line, centre wing.
Yes, he's not very well, Lynch. In fact, as Roos came down there, he just said to Roos, don't kick it to me. Stanfield's done a very good job there. Now he's calling Lynch, that is, for Paxman to come up, and he's going to take himself down to the full forward line.
Abbott and Wine do battle again. Atkins applies a good tackle. The ball spills free. Super. McPherson on to Baxter. He's having a great game. A noted stopper, but got quite a few good skills as well. And Royal takes his third good mark at the quarter.
There's a few spectators there, Pete.
Not Brian Royal.
He wanted to go for the footy at Sea Camp. The other couple of players, Morris, were worried about their own man. They could have ducked in and gone for the footy.
Royal will have another shot at goal. As I said a few moments ago, he has 2 goals, 1 behind and 1 out of bounds, and 1 that didn't make the distance. So he's proving quite a handful on the forward line with the Fitzroy defenders. Royal for his third, 35 metres out, should get this, surely. He's missed. And now Fitzroy fans breathe again. 17 points in it, but it could be a lot more. 8 and 9.
They've been let off the hook, haven't they, in this quarter?
Caven, maybe McCormack, who has just come on, as you mentioned, Pete, can give them something around midfield. Roos, well, the kick rebounds. That'll do well for the statisticians. He's got 2 kicks in the matter of seconds. Atkins, Stanfield, fumbles. A beautiful goal. Back to Baxter, who's doing a great job down there. Gale cops one a little bit too high. Nothing for it from the umpire. Atkins, well, it's a rugby kick. Up and under. Cowart tries to barge through. That is often penalised for holding the ball. Seacamp to Wine. Wine to quick kick. The other Wine almost marked it. Stanfield tries to barge his way through. Now that is penalised for holding the ball. He's tried to get away with it a little bit too often. This is Broderick. Wallace. No, it's not a mark. Good play. It's still play on anyway. Reynolds. Cross goal. Hunter. Plenty of options out there. Bernard Toohey makes some space and takes the mark at right half back. Ex-Geelong, ex-Sydney Swans. And he's slotted nicely into the Footscray defence this year. Wine, see what a game he's having. Down goes Kellett. Wine, then he clean bowls him. McCormack, he's just come onto the ground. Ross Lyon kicks it quickly up towards half forward. Down Baxter again.
Baxter having a great game. On to Toohey. Gee, they've got a good defence now. Footscray. Toohey to half forward. Coleman used his body well. Wallace. Now Atkins. Delray with pace. Oh, trapped it well, Danny Delray. He can straighten up from 35 metres. Delray brings it in towards goal, but he's missed a sitter, and Footscray are really letting Fitzroy off the hook.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Pete, with Royals misses on that one there from Delray, who also had Grant and Smith as options. Elected to go for goal, which was the right thing to do in the end, but of course the kick not good enough.
Ruse to Gale. Ruse going up and down that centre corridor. Morris. Now they're off and running here. They should be able to do something here because good shepherd by Stevenson allows Caven to kick it long. Wielden. He's surrounded by Footscray players. Well done, Keenan Reynolds. Paxman. Jimmy Wine. A push out. And behind the play there was a push, must be against Wielden, I think.
Yes, I think you're right, Pete.
And it's going to Liberatore. Well, that's very bad play by Fitzroy when they got the ball and controlling it. Here's Wine. Scott Wine out on centre wing. Runs around Abbott. Goes wide with a hand pass. This is Keenan Reynolds. To the half-forward line. Paul kicks it straight to Paul Ruse.
Ruse from half-back to Dundas. I think he's just inside the line. The boundary umpire gives him the thumbs up. Over the top to Wine. He'll have to be quick. Gives away the hand pass again. Paxman at the back. Lynch nearly takes the fingertip. It gets dragged down. I tell you what, it'd be a penalty in soccer. Only one behind here, and Alistair Lynch has a few words to the umpire.
He was dragged down by the foot, wasn't he?
Yeah. Jason Baldwin's come on. Stevenson's off.
Tui, a fingertipper.
And looks as if Blakey's, yes it is, John Blakey's gone and picked up Royal.
Bernard Tui kicking from right half back. We've got just over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Baxter again having a great quarter. McPherson across the ground. Smith, Fitzroy looking very dangerous. Nearly doubled the effective scoring shots that Fitzroy have had. Stevens waited for it to come down and then lost it. Hawkins, Caven fumbles. Gee, they're under pressure down there. The boundary line again. His only option. That might be deliberate. It is.
It's a free kick anyway. Holding on.
So who's going to take it? Seacamp? No. Caven. Oh, Blakey's got it. I'm not quite sure who the free kick went to. He's going back to Caven. So they're messing around here. This could be dangerous if Wine fumbles. He runs into trouble. Knock on by Coleman was clever. Now that is the throw, is it not? Atkins. Delray. Still Delray, but the ball knocked away from him, and it'll beat Blakey over the boundary line. Now, is that a throw?
Well, that must frustrate players, Ross.
Yeah, so if he's hit it with the open hand, it's okay, but if he's scooped it with his open hand, it's a throw.
Did appear to be a scoop.
It played them all year as a throw, those.
Play continues. Coleman off the ground. Wine. Overhead. Hunter and Broderick. Wind again. Not too many options. He thought about the hand pass, and McPherson chips it at centre wing to take the mark. Away goes Super from midfield.
Good kick.
Down towards Hawkins, who marks, well, I would suggest within kicking distance.
That's the advantage of having a quality player like McPherson, who's getting the football regularly this season on half-back, and his disposal is very good.
Gone in short, and Grant has taken the mark.
And there's 3 Fitzroy defenders, Seacamp, Ruse and Blakey, looking at each other, all saying, well, it's not my man. I think, Paul Ruse, it's your player.
Let's take a look.
He was clear of anyone. Morris looking back there, the player standing the mark, saying, well, who should have picked him up?
Well, Chris Grant hasn't scored today. 40 metres out. That'll be close. They've just drifted. It's a goal. So Grant gets his first goal. He just made the distance, but Footscray's ninth, 9-10 to 6-5.
It's great to see players of quality like Grant coming back from injury and doing so very well. He's a player that a lot of people come to the football to see. But he and Hawkins in that forward line, they've got some great quality. It's a good kick.
Back to the centre. Footscray looking the better side. Far more dangerous in attack. Wine. Now, that hand pass was from Guard. Oh, it's gone. The kick has gone straight to Tui. Tui to Atkins. And the last thing Fitzroy would want is a goal before half-time. Simon Atkins, long way out from goal, but he'll drive it down towards Delray making the lead, but he's kicking it long in towards the square. A pack of players congregate. Thump the ground, still a chance. Delray is there. Now it's Broderick. That quick kick is to half-back. Baxter shuffles it out. Danger here because Hawkins has got it. Delray on the right foot. Hooks it back to the square. Thump the ground. Still a chance on the left foot by Smith. And he's kicked it across the face and hit the behind post, so that's out on the full.
I'll tell you what, he's followed through too, but he just saw
tapped onto the post.
He just saw that point post. He ran in. He just saw it at the last minute.
Well, there's the siren to end the first half here at Princess Park. A very entertaining game of football. Footscray looking much the better side though in that second quarter. 9-10-64. They lead Fitzroy 6-5-41.